Rising, my family friend, rising. Top of the week to you. This is a Cody and in the morning I have for you. That is my 14-year-old cat. I want to say coffee cup if you're joining this morning. This grand coffee cups up to you. And if you like to drink, well, welcome to Coffee, Herbs, So, I know you guys have not been drinking aroma. I know you guys have seen all the chaos going on college campuses in the United States. And I'm sure you know why. Conflict between Palestinians and Israelis has reached American shores. But of course, y'all already know if you've been following me closely. I told y'all so. I told y'all it was going to come here. I told y'all it will come to this. You can treat this as World War III. Are we already at war? And as a result of us maybe perhaps being already at war, we're about to lose our freedom of speech. Just because the Israelis decided to go in full force and annihilate Hamas and look like any Palestinians that gets in their way, we're going to lose our freedom to say, hey, that's wrong. What it looks like we're to lose our freedom to say, what it looks like the IDF is doing over there, it looks like, appears like, sounds like just maybe genocide. If you say that, you could be charged. I cannot understand how, for decades, individuals have been allowed to make windows, just share a stereotypical information regarding the Black community, African Americans, you want to say. They can say anything they want to say about us. It's supposed to be a minority, disadvantaged group. But you can't say anything about them. So in my that I did on the Palestinian War, why it mattered to you, back, I believe that was in November, about 5 months ago, I asked, what makes them so special that I now have to curtail my speech? Welcome to Coffee, Herbs, and Achoti. We're going to talk about freedom of speech and how the protests that are taking place all over America is a freedom that we've long shared, a freedom of expression, a freedom of protest. That's guaranteed by the First Amendment. So why all of a sudden, because Israel decides to go to war, we gotta watch our mouth? Are y'all ready to give up your right to say or protest against Israel? Did you know that right now, if you are a federal contract worker in any capacity, you have to sign this agreement that you will not protest against Israel. Imagine that. That's almost like coercion, right? You can have this job, but if you don't like what Israel is doing, you can't say nothing. It's real uncomfortable. That's why we can't align ourselves with these different labels. I stand for righteousness, right? So when I have to put a label on righteousness, I get real uncomfortable. I get real uncomfortable. I don't know about y'all, but what I'm trying to say is, Senate probably will pass that bill, that anti-Semitism bill, which will guarantee First Amendment rights being violated. You understand how the American government aligns themselves with the foreign government so much to the point where they will abridge and basically violate the rights of American citizens. The same way American citizens do, they took an oath to protect and defend. And First Amendment rights says you can't abridge the rights that we have. You can't abridge the right to talk about and express how you feel. So what America is turning into sounds like a communist nation. Sounds like a trade that's going on. They censor everything, right? They tell them what they can watch. They tell them what they can say and who they can talk about and who they cannot talk about. They're instituting or has already instituted social credit scoring, whereby you are able to advance or not advance based on how they deem you're acting or interacting in the greater community. Social credit scoring. You know, you ain't got to worry about this monetary credit score you have, financial credit score. It's going to be a social credit score. Are you smoking in public? Are you buying liquor? Are you jaywalking? All your rights are going to be taken away. Oh yeah, that's coming here to the United States. But first they got to take away your right to protest. Take away your right to express yourself, express how you feel. I heard someone ask, why aren't the HBCUs protesting? And I had to think about that, considering what I said 5 months ago regarding, why it matters and why you should pay attention. Perhaps the HBCU students do not see the gain in protesting their education or disrupting their education as a form of protest. I kind of agree with that narrative. You protest by getting yourself educated on what's really going on in the UN, what's really going on with these 7 meetings, these summits that these politicians, so-called world leaders have behind closed doors, and you never see any video of what's being discussed. Because there's a document that came out years ago that was shared about this very same thing that we're going through right now. This, all of a sudden, this great hate for a month. Ever since 9/11. That was the precursor to what we see now. So now they can go all out on their mission to start a world war with the Muslim nation. It's written a long time ago, I believe, in like 1940, that letter came out. And everything that letter said, even the Second World War, was mentioned in that letter. Everything was going to their plan. All leading up to their plan for Agenda 2030. I also seen a CIA agent, a former CIA agent, say, I suggest, if you're an American, that you leave America before the year 2030, because America is done as far as being a world leader, as far as being an economic power, as far as being respected in the world. The handwriting's on the wall. But they don't want you to protest against how there being lack of intervention in a humanitarian crisis. So we have that over there happening in Palestine, but we also have a crisis happening right here in Haiti. I was just listening to the AKA show earlier this morning, and they were discussing Haiti as well. And the question was asked, why is it crisis over there in Haiti? And we're going to talk about that later tonight with Hakeem Shakur on News Facts and Comments Sunday Round Session. We're going to talk about the crisis in Haiti, but I do want to mention this right now. The United States is over there in Haiti because they fear the Russians are doing in Cuba. Don't think about the proximity of those islands. Haiti, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominica. Think about all of that, right? So, if you silence the people, tell them you cannot speak out against things that are happening abroad. When they get their foothold into Haiti, they've already set the stage for how you will not be able to say anything about how they're going to go in there and intervene to stop the crisis. UN is already there. So if the UN is already there, trust and believe the United States have already sent troops there. United States, do you have a base there? Well, they know what they're doing. Silence the people so that you can go ahead and continue with your agenda to annihilate certain people so that you can have control of their resources moving forward into Agenda 2030. This is all planned out. All planned out. For telling of your speech. We have to stop saying, oh, you can't say that word online or they're going to take your channel. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to stop speaking your truth because they don't want those terms in the algorithm. Because if those terms are in the algorithm, then more people are going to know what's going on. Censorship. Rebelling. Censorship on top of propaganda. They're reporting that the pro-Palestinian protesters are attacking Jewish students. They're reporting that Jewish students cannot go to their classes because the Palestinian protesters are blocking entry. And that could be furthest from the truth. Now, y'all remember when they fired the black Harvard president because she would not condemn Hamas. You're not hearing any calls for resignations or terminations or of these current presidents at these universities. The way they went after this Harvard University first black female president of Harvard University was called to Congress and drilled about not condemning Hamas and not providing enough protection for the Israeli students, protection from the so-called Palestinian students or pro-Palestinian students who were harassing the Jewish students there on the campus. I heard one Jewish student say, "We can't even go to our own school." Oh, so you own this school now. You own this school. But then you can't say no, because you own everything. Now you can't say that. But they can say that they own it. But you can't. You're talking about system of speech. If you receive federal funds, you cannot protest against Israel. I remember there was a story coming out of Texas of a school teacher, or she was working in some kind of educational capacity, but she was a federal contract worker. And because she was a federal contract worker, lo and behold, she didn't know that she was going to have to sign an agreement that says that if I work here, I will not protest against Israel. Do y'all understand how, to me, that sounds like you're putting Israel above your own country. And then y'all remember when everybody slammed Candace Owens and told her she can't come to the barbecue? Remember that? Remember they said she can't come to the barbecue now because she was for so long kissing up to these people, and now that they fired her, she wants to come back? No, they fired her because she stood up rabbi who grilled her and was trying to pressure her into saying that she gave them Hamas. Because she didn't do it, because she didn't speak the way he wanted her to speak, I'm sure that rabbi, with all of his influence and all of his authority, told them people who own the church for to fire her, to get rid of her, to several ties with her, however you want to say it. So we missed the boat, and I said that. We missed the boat. We missed a prime opportunity. And it had Candace Owens' name in the media. And she gave them major pushback on saying, hey, you cannot curtail my speech. This is what I see. This is what I observe. This is what my opinion is. You can't curtail my speech. You can't say it is what you want me to say. That's not freedom of speech. And now we got congressmen passing bills that's going to cement it, that you cannot say anything against a group of people. Well, I'm looking for someone to challenge that in court. And I don't understand why we have not challenged the ADL in court. Yeah, I know Farrakhan did the ADL thing about the anti-Semitism holding and that. And I'm talking about the very essence of the actual group itself. A whole organization that has the power to lobby Congress people to enact an law. And you know Biden's going to sign it because he's already a Zionist. But this law is a violation of your First Amendment rights, and it's a violation of the 14th Amendment. Program, diversity, equity, equality, stating that those programs, such as affirmative action, violate someone's 14th Amendment rights. Well, I say this new anti-Semitism bill violates my 14th Amendment rights. I say no, they don't deserve special treatment. And you want to talk about the Holocaust that happened in the 1940s, 30s and 40s. Well, I want to talk about slavery and the lynching and the stealing of land and the robbing of finances, the stealing of gold and the stealing of cobalt and the stealing of uranium. I want to talk about all of that. Grant our special treatment for that. Pass these laws, anti-semitism, this, anti-semitism, that. Cut funding programs and church we have a and now my freedom of speech too. And we supposed to just sit back and take that. I'm telling y'all right now that what's about to happen is going to be an uprising in this country. And guess what? Just like I mentioned, that Third World War was way back in the 1920s. So was the war mentioned that's going to take place. And for those that are quite wrong, and especially going through this educational system that we have right now, you might not know that there has never, ever, ever been another war on the American soil since the Civil War. Now, like I said, it smells like World War III happening right now. You have chaos that's happening all across this country right now. Chaos breeds war. War makes money. Out of chaos comes their order, i.e. New World Order, i.e. Agenda 2030, and those so-called Jewish people are in the middle of it. The handwriting on the wall. So now I'm going to say it again. Those Jewish people are in the middle of it. And I may lose my title, but my freedom of speech should not be curtailed because of the way that I feel. I'm not threatening the people. I'm stating how I feel. I'm looking at tea leaves. Coffee cups up, and thank you for joining me, Grand Rising to all. Tea cups up if that's what you take in. Those herbals. This is coffee herbs and Achoti. And I am Achoti. Thank you for tuning in now, and thank you for tuning in later. We're talking about freedom of speech. If you receive federal funds, you cannot protest against Israel. What makes them so special? You could protest against Russia. You could protest against Iran. You could even protest against Palestine. You can't protest against the Jewish people, the Israeli government, the IDF. How long will America be able to stay out of that conflict over there? Talk about freedom of speech. I want y'all to talk about that kind of stuff. They said the definition includes individuals, the Israeli government, or any organization. We're talking about Zionists running in America. So is this still a democracy? Because in a democracy, I thought you had freedom of speech. Why should we be? Well, if you don't like talking, then I guess you be concerned. Am I making too much of this? All I know is that I saw it coming 5 months ago when I had the podcast on freedom of speech. And now we have Congress passing laws curtailing that very same thing surrounding these very same individuals. The ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, had too much power. The Anti-Defamation League is lobbying Congress to take away your First Amendment rights, freedom of protest, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. And this broadcast of coffee, herbs, and Achoti probably won't get a lot of views. But I don't do it for the views. I just do it to let the people know what's really going on. Coffee cups up. Yes, there's chaos in the land. Chaos in the land is what we have. But the way that the media is portraying it is appalling. They're making the protesters out to be terrorists. Our American students toting no guns, toting book bags and books. That's their ammunition. But sit in peaceful protest, the media is making them out to be terrorists. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And also, they're painting you out to be the ones, the main culprits. Anti-Semitism. They got students under the universities. They got U.S. based on anti-Semitism. Writings on the wall. Jews hate black. Right? Jews held blacks in slavery. That's what you see. Like we went there and just wrote that on the wall. Y'all know that them Jews are the greatest perpetrators of propaganda. They created propaganda. They created television. So do they own communication? Yes, they do. But y'all already know that. Because Kanye West told y'all that. But we already knew that. They have y'all fooled. If you think that all of this is not order out of order. So I'm exercising my freedom of speech to let you know that if you receive federal funds, you can't protest against Israel. So think about it. You protest the fact that Israel is training the very same police officers that are supposed to be serving and protecting us. Yet they're teaching them how to shoot to kill. They no longer have to shoot to wound or just shoot to stop about the threat. Shoot to kill. I heard one police officer said, one police chief actually said, "Do you know how hard it is to shoot someone in the leg when there's a threat?" Mm. I thought this ain't shoot. That's what I thought, but yeah, you can't defend yourself. Can't say nothing to police officers. Delete laws found that out. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech will get you 6 violation. Well, how you say it? No. Saying how you feel, expressing how you feel to a police officer or to a judge to get 6 months. 6 months in jail for speaking your truth. Talking about freedom of speech. Do you have freedom of speech? You think you do. But they're working on it, taking it away. First Amendment violation. We as a community have it doubly hard. You can't say that to us. Stay in your place. Stay in your place. We can't call you what we think you are. The pig you are. We can't say that. You just have to get abused and supposed to be all good. That's what we are, America. That's who we are. And that's what the protest is all about. Demonstrating how they can come in with force and take away your freedom to protest. But they are within their right. Because why? Universities and colleges receive federal funds. You don't if you want your students to be able to protest, you got to give back them. Protest against Israel. You got to get back the federal funds. You got to relinquish yourself from the federal funds. Coffee cup stuff. So that's what this is about. That's how they're able to send the police officers in there. And that's everybody. Because students are violating the contract that the university has. Students cannot protest against Israel because the school receives funds. You got to send the police in there and shut that down. That's what I'm saying. And the police officer, listen, is violating the First Amendment constitutional rights. That's right. They are complicit. They're violating your First Amendment. So what are you going to do about it? Can we do anything about it? That is the question. All I know is I can tell y'all what's really. I'm not interested in entertainment. Entertainment. Every time I turn on my phone, we're talking about entertainment. We're not talking about how we're going to build tonight. Freedom of speech. If you have your own community, you can say and express yourself the way you want to amongst your people. You don't have to worry about the outside world. Wishing. Right to self-determination. freedom of speech, nationhood, right to self-determination, and freedom of speech. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Nationhood, right to self-determination, freedom of expression, without fear of backlash or hatred from your own kind. So y'all can pretend like folks on these college campuses don't matter. And no, I don't want the HBCU to get involved. And I do want them to be aware. I do want them to voice their opinions. Don't be silent. They can't shut all of us up. I want equality for all mankind. I want everyone to mind their own black business. Don't forget about that. Minding your own black business. So on May 25th, we will host a fundraiser for our dear brother Oprah Wallace. The purchase on last night. You can catch that on Major TV. At Major TV, Let's Talk on YouTube. We announced that on last night that on Major TV, we will host a Minding My Black Owned Business fundraiser. Minding My Black Owned Business fundraiser, May 25th, 2024, 8 p.m. Details on how you too can participate in this fundraiser. If you or someone you know owns a small black business, we're asking that you donate your merchandise advertising your business to this cause. So donate to Othel.org, help bring awareness to his appeal case that he has filed. This is a legal defense fundraiser. You donate your merchandise, and on May 25th, we will hold a gift raffle for those people who are participating and donating to the Oprah Wallace Defense Fund. You get branded as a small business, and we'll tag you as sponsor or one of the sponsors of the fundraiser. Black-owned businesses support Oprah Wallace. That's what we're on for them. This brother is 30 years and he is appealing for change. Now, just want to remind y'all this is not something that has never been done before, never been achieved before, because USC Newton is the same thing. Police officers Brown hung jury went back to trial with acquitted. Let's see if the same outcome can come about for our brothers. That won't happen. It can't happen if we don't help support his cause. Before Oprah Wallace was locked up, he was working. He was employed. So I know that if one of you were in his position, he would have donated. I know this because this is Master J, leader of InFact, got locked up. Oprah Wallace donated. So I'm calling on all the small black business owners that were part of Impact, reach out, email me at resourcebackseat at gmail.com. Resourcebackseat@gmail.com. Let me know you're ready to participate. Let me know you support Open Ballers, and I will support your small Black business. Simple as that. Then donate now to oprah.org if you do not own a small Black business. Or or join us on May 25th for your chance to win some prizes that we're gonna give away on May 25th in exchange for your donation to the Oso Wellness Defense Fund at oprah.org. This is Coffee, Herbs, and Coffee. I am a host, Tamar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, you have a right to your must be. Amen. I say, coffee cup.